afternoon. My name is Joelle Casteix, and I'm the Western Regional Leader of SNAP, the Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests. And on behalf of survivors of sexual abuse, I want to thank every single one of you for being here today. Because there are too many people who've been shamed into silence. One child who has been sexually abused is one child too many. One child who has been sexually abused by a person in a position of trust is one child too many. One child who has been sexually abused by a person in a position of trust in their beloved church is one child too many. And there are many things that need to happen in the LDS church to rectify the horrific situation that's going on right now. I too am a survivor of sexual abuse within the Catholic Church, and I understand the shame and the secrecy that goes when you're abused by someone within the religious community that you love, the community that is your home, that is your spiritual home, that is the home of your family and friends, where you may go to school, where you celebrate all of your family celebrations, your rites of passage, where you are married, where you educate your children, where you bury your dead. The Mormon Church, the LDS Church, needs to do three things. Number one, they need to be proactive. As Sam said, these one-on-one interviews with sexually explicit questions need to stop immediately. There is not a single religious organization in the United States that allows these kinds of interviews, period. They don't count. Yeah, not a one. The second thing that needs to happen is the church needs to be pastoral when it comes to the thousands of victims who have come forward to tell their stories. They are suffering in shame and silence because they have lost their community. They have lost their faith. They have lost their way back home. They have been denied the one thing they need the most, and that's their faith family. The LDS Church needs to reach out to every single one of these victims and say, number one, we are sorry. Number two, we were wrong. Number three, the abuse was not your fault. And the third and most important thing that the LDS Church needs to do right now is be pro-victim. Every single one of these innocent victims was a victim of a crime that is punishable by time in jail and punishable in our court system. If the LDS Church has evidence of a crime, someone needs to pick up the phone and call the police and make sure that anyone who committed a crime against a child is reported to the police so this never happens again. LDS Church needs to be proactive. They need to be pro-victim. They need to protect every child that walks into any activity sponsored by the Mormon faith. Because we need to remember the sexual abuse of a child behind a closed door is never the child's fault. And I speak to every victim of child sexual abuse, many of whom are in this crowd right now. And I tell you from the bottom of my heart, as I tell myself every single day, it was not your fault. We believe you. We support you. We stand beside you, and we will fight with you. Thank you.